So, super excited about this meeting. Meeting him at 1:45, so we've got some time to get ready.
Yeah, I think it's good to have a game plan. We know that I talk a lot, but I really want to listen more in this meeting. He obviously needs to know a little bit about who we are.
Yeah, we're going to tell him our backstory and let him know who we are as a company and what we do.
Yeah.
And then, I like that advice of just kind of sitting back, taking a little listening more because, he's where he is today because he's a smart guy, he's self-made,
right.
And he's going to have a lot of knowledge to share.
I think it's a good game plan. Got it? So, all right, we're going to get ready now.
Don't like them in the meetings, right? Don't like them in the meetings.
This is crazy. I'm so nervous.
You say a prayer with us over here?
This makes no, pink is down here. Yeah, but pink is like
Open doors, baby. Open doors that only you can open. That's all.
We are chefs, and we own a cooking school called Whisk.
In Austin.
Nice. So you flew up from Texas?
Yep.
Yes.
Sweet.
You were born in Houston. I saw your Mother's Day shout out.
Yeah. I was born in Houston. I have family in Houston, Dallas, Keller. My little brother went to college in Texas. My older sister and her husband went to UT Austin, and they live in Austin 6 months out of the year. They have a ranch out there. That's where we spent Easter last year.
Nice. We actually live in Houston, but work in Austin.
We'll get to that, and that's part of why we came here to kind of get
Let's figure it out.
Sound like sir.
Learn to make videos.
Awesome. Who's this?
That's our son.
Oh, it's hilarious.
But this is his little thing, because he knew we were not with him right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Ryan, I'm Ari, and can you please teach my mom and dad how to make a lot of money?
That's hilarious.
He's a character.
He raps with his friend Mason too about
Oh, wow.
money and car. They don't know what they're talking about, I hope. So any opportunity he has
To go like that, to make it rain is important.
Yeah.
How old is he?
7. Just turned 7 in April.
Nice.
He just turned 7.
Walk me through how the company works.
Corporations who will contact us, the main bread and butter of what we do are corporate team buildings. And so we give them
Like fun classes for
a hands-on format, or we do fun Iron Chef competitions.
So we're at a point where we're like, we've had people talk about investing, but we wouldn't know how to necessarily approach an investor. Of course, it's common sense, like you want to feel like it's a good fit.
I do it personal, right? And the same way I reach out to people, you make it personal. So I reach out to Tim Ferriss and Gary Keller, right? Who are both very wealthy people in Austin. And everybody else in Austin, because all the companies are there.
Tech is huge.
All the tech is there. And you just go around to kind of like that lake, and there's another really expensive place. We have clients that are moving to Austin right now for tax purposes. Austin's just going to get wealthier and wealthier and wealthier. And you invite them to, private dinners, or you cater it in their own home. To say, listen, we can cater a dinner in your own home for you. This is our business. It's pretty incredible. Here's the thing. We'd love you to, think about investing. We're looking at partnerships. We're opening more spaces, and people like doing things that are different that make them money, especially if they're in the tech space or in the finance space. And getting involved. Everyone has an idea of owning a restaurant, right? But no one wants to do it because they're historically bad businesses. But getting involved in something that you guys do that has a proven track record, it can also make them feel cool. Goes a long way. That can also turn back to help them in their own businesses. Like they're then going to come to you and say, listen, I've got my own investors coming in town. I want to do this with them. Or I'm, pitching myself to this big company to be a consultant for them. Let's get them in and do something here. So there's like a win-win trade there. So it's just coming at it from a point of confidence, right? Then people won't try to change you because they're going to know that you're really confident and really good at what you do, and you're on a track up on your own, whether you have their help or not. And that's the trajectory that people want to jump on top of, right? So it's never coming at it from a point of desperation or a point of, listen, the only way we can grow is with your help, or we need money. All those words go out there, right?
Yeah.
So, but it's personal outreach, 1,000%, and inviting them and doing something. You have to give back a little bit. So for you guys, your advertising money and that budget should be in providing free food for people that you want to be in contact with. right? So it's like if Ryan Serhant likes your stuff, cater a dinner for him at his house, right, with a buddy of his whenever he's available. And at that time, then you bring up the opportunity and just have a deck for him and something to look at and say, listen, we're looking, and it's never just you want to bring on an investor. You have to be finite and confident in what you're looking for. So whether you just want to bring in 1 or 50,000, you always want to bring in 3, right? It's the power of 3. People like that they can be partners with 2 other people. They're not by themselves. No one wants to be by themselves, right? And they also, 5, 10 is too many. So especially in the beginning, right? You always want to bet the power of 3. Right, we're looking for 3 partners to come in, and then he can make you an offer that is so insane you don't need 2 other people. Like, you're always flexible and you're always negotiating. Like, one of the great quotes that I use all the time is teaching the team how to pitch, right? How to go into appointments and doing all that is like Tiger Woods, back when everyone liked him, was like in his first Masters, right? It came down to like 1 final putt, and they asked him, and he made it, right? And it was like a $2 million putt plus winning the Masters. And they asked him, like, with all that money and all that pressure riding on you, how did you make that insane putt? And he literally just said, I just played like I already had the money in my pocket. And that, like, I remember watching that when I was a little kid, but it like stuck into my head. And now every meeting, everything I go into, always, I've already gotten it. I've already won it. It's already in the pocket. Because you come at it from a different point. It's like the second date, you're a different person. You're on the first date. The first date, you're like, everything's gonna be perfect. Second date, you're yourself.
Yeah.
So when you're yourself, people find you authentic, and they get excited about the fact that they just met someone who's authentic, because most people are so full of shit because they're always in that first date mentality.
Yeah.
Right. So personal outreach to all these people, super easy to find. And like, you can find every wealthy person in Austin, like, on the internet. Find them through social media. Okay. Even if you can't find their addresses or anything, the best part about not being in New York City is you can drop things off at people's gates or their front doors.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You should drop things off at people's front doors. Put it into their mailbox.
Well,
I don't have that here. I have places all over the place, but I'm not there. Like, I'm not there. I go to my office in Brooklyn, which is in 3 hours, but I go there once every 2 weeks. But it operates like a machine, because that's how I set it up. And I have good managers everywhere. I have 5 assistants here. They're all paid, right? And so they manage this whole thing for me when I'm not here. I have an office in LA, I have an office in the Hamptons. I'm never in either of them. But it's like the idea and the business all comes through me, and then the management and keeping it rolling comes through other people. And your action items for the next 6 months have to be getting in front of other people individually, cooking for them so they can see your food, right? And then talking to them about expansion and growing your business, and doing it as a partnership. And you're only bringing on 3 people. Where people make the most, it's like they make the most mistakes because they think that things have to change or have to be bigger or have to be different. You did it once. Right, so you can do it again. You don't have to like reinvent the wheel, and it's going to grow organically based on the different partners and people that you bring in, and that one guy that you meet who has this other place who says let's do this, and you just keep saying yes to the different opportunities. But you need to have like a formal written business plan and say scalability is where the money is, so you shouldn't shy away from that or turn it down whatsoever. So you should really try to play up to that. Right? And then have just a different diversification of that business so that you can host the smaller events too. Sometimes even at the same time. Right? It depends on your venue.
It was like even while we were up here, we had an event. So now what we've been doing is basically we've been working with different people in Airbnb, because we've had to get innovative with what we're doing. And this yesterday we had an event for 17 people, and they rented out this really nice Airbnb, and our sous chef went in there, did a whole hands-on event for them, and just talked to them. They had a great time and all that. So that's just trying to be innovative.
Boom. There you go.
Maybe 10 years for your client, you can find us a place here.
Sweet.
That's what I like to do, because New York.
Let's do it.
Because that's the thing.
That's what I want.
What we do is completely different, and there's other people out there that have tried to mimic it, but it's like, it's kind of like being a realtor. You have to have that personality. If you're going through a 2.5-hour cooking class, you've got to have somebody who's able to keep
That's a
their
movie,
attention.
and I walk out a lot of movies.
Yeah.
So I always tell our chef, you have to be 100% engaged, because there's a lot of movies I've walked out and, you're not Tom Selleck or, God, that's such an old reference. God, sorry, that's my mom's crush. That was a Freudian slip. My mom loves Tom Selleck. I'm sorry. Who's a big name? We don't watch a lot of TV.
Ted Danson. Yeah.
Well, whatever, like whoever's a big name.
I get it.
You get it. But, and so the thing is, and like, so all of our chefs and our chef friends, we fly them out for big corporations, because if you watch Chopped and Food Network and Chef's Table, you go to restaurants, but a lot of chefs are behind the scenes, and
Yeah.
my idea
So
was
you put it out there in front of them.
you get to cook with those people.
I like the idea that you're doing it in a house. Like, that's crazy to me. The fact that you can have it in a house, like, that's the house. It's
Can we
like,
show you a video?
Sure.
Just so that I'm not even joking, Ryan. One day I want to come to you and I want to open one of these in New York.
Let's do it.
I'm
Buy a townhouse.
dead serious.
Buy a townhouse. There's a dinner club that just bought a townhouse in Tribeca on Duane Street, and they do these like sexy dinners.
And Daniel shoots and edits all of these for us.
Nice work.
Thank you.
I mean, maybe what you do at the beginning, because I know there's a lot of new construction, is do exactly what you're doing now, and you just have it be movable, that you use a developer spec home every time. You do their open houses for them and their events and all that, but in the meantime, you're allowed to use their house as your office and as your staging space for events. That's it. Yeah, this is cool. A big part for me for $1 Million Listing, where it really like helped me and kicked me in the ass, was when it first started, the best piece of advice I got was they said, listen, if you fuck up, you're gonna fuck up to 20 million people and you'll be run out of business. And I was like, okay, so that'd be awesome. But part 2 of that was whatever we film now will air in 1 year. So
Yeah.
whatever broker you wanna be in a year, whatever kind of business you wanna be doing in a year, you can figure out somehow to do it right now. However you have to do it, whore yourself out, whatever you have to do, film that. Because when it airs, people are gonna say, oh, that's what he does. That's the business that's gonna come in.
Yeah.
Next year, season 2, whatever you want to be doing in a year from now, film yourself doing that as hard as it is. That's why filming every season for me is so stressful, because I'm always trying to do more.
Yeah.
And then it just pushes me to do more and more and more. And then everything that like, now things that I thought were so crazy to me for the past 6 years just comes in. I'm like, all right, that's what I had to say before. Like, I'm trying to do bigger things now and figure out how the hell I'm going to do it. Because I've got to put that out there, because that's what the world is going to see. And success begets success. So the more 40-person events you do, the more 40-person events are going to be referred to you, so on and so forth. So wherever the money is, go after the thing. I take all bunnies and bugs and everybody, right? But me personally, I focus only on the big ones, you know? But my team, who's still me and everybody, that's why I'm saying you need more people to help you, they focus on everybody else. So I stop in, I help get a listing, but I'm there 1/1000th of the time. Versus when I first started, when I was there 1,000% of the time. Mm-hmm. So that's how you diversify and build up, and that's how you don't lose money from opportunities. Because you never know, a 30-person event might have one guy who has access to 5,000 people who want to come to dinner next year. Yeah. So you don't know. So it's like, it's the same thing for us. A $2,000 a month rental, which I would never do anymore, that person, their dad might work for a guy who needs a $50 million apartment on Park Avenue, which has happened before. And they don't know anybody. And so they're like, who's that guy that took really good care of you? I want to use him. I don't want to use one of these big brokers. Yeah. And then there you go. So I would say in terms of like practical advice and like the stage that you're in now, what I see that also helps that like I do is, I just don't know if you can do it, but you can do it at a lesser extent, is I spend 1 hour every day where I just sit and I think and I brainstorm and I put into action ways to grow my business. Like, I don't answer emails, I don't answer the phone. I sit there with like my notepad, and sometimes I'll do it with somebody else, and I'm like, okay, this is what I want to do. So that's that hour when you figure out who you're going to reach out to later that day for prospecting and for investing. That's that hour where you just have to put on your CEO hat, and you only get to be the CEO for 1 hour. So if you can do it once a day, that's awesome. If you can do it twice a week, that's awesome. But you have to force yourselves, lock yourselves in a room. Like, you have to sit in a quiet space, put your CEO hat on, and force yourself to do these things, and come out of there with 3 action items each. Right? Power of 3s. It's super important. I will like die by it.
But the part where I really liked you is when you fucked up your relationship with Amelia.
At the cooking class.
Baby. But that wasn't just it. When you lost her, you had the humility, and it was like the first.
In LA, I remember.
Yes, and it was the first time that I felt that you weren't on. And there might have been times where you really weren't on. I mean, I fast forward a lot, so I don't know. But I'm just being really honest.
I appreciate it.
No, but what, I don't know, for some reason it was like, I'm gonna watch, because you just weren't so, jazz handy. So, and when you had the humility, but you're like, I think I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And you put all that effort, and you were like really talking through it, like, she makes my life better. Like, I'm not, like, I was sold on you.
Oh, sweet.
Well, let me give you this. I don't want to come here and forget this. So I know that you work out and you're busy, and I always see you eating packaged food. So I made you and her, because you guys work out, homemade granola bars.
Oh, thank you.
They're no sugar.
Wow.
And I made them and rolled them by
Oh, she's
hand.
gonna love this.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Pumpkin
and thanks for
seeds.
dating it.
So,
I
She's
appreciate
big on
that.
dates.
No, it's good. No, they're fresh.
can I tell you? So I'm gonna give you this too. We just had these done because I know you guys like to cook.
Those aprons?
Yes, those are aprons.
Yes.
We just got those in. Are you a large or extra large?
Probably a large.
See, I told you. He's like, so I works out. You could be. I was like, yeah, but you're such like tight
Or
shit.
super tight suits. So. Thank you very much.
We just
oh my
got
God,
these
so
in.
many presents. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
And if you ever want us to cook for you and I, we will.
Well, I'll let you know the next time we come to Austin, honestly.
I
so we
would
try to go to
love-
Austin. We try to go once a year. We're not going to make it this year because it's just too busy, but maybe next year, and let you know when we're there. Be a CEO and just go find people. Deal?
Deal, and I'm gonna update my references too.
Good. And keep me posted.
I'm gonna update.
Use me as a reference if you need me.
Are you joking me?
No, why not? If it helps.
What's up, buddy? We are here in Ryan Serhant.
I'm here.
here.
Oh, look at that.
He's here.
And I'm with your mom. Look at that. And we're making it rain. We're making it rain just for you. Just for you.
Baby!
All right. Next time you should come. Honestly, I think you guys they should watch you. There you go. Let's take a photo.
Okay, guys, that was awesome. We just met with Ryan, and I think the meeting went really good. He was super nice. He was really laid back, and I think he had a lot of gold nuggets for us. I think he had a lot of good information. So, I mean, we just got out. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great meeting. We had a lot of great insights about our business. Gave us some good key points to focus and to move forward and not kind of overthink things. It was super nice, super funny. We actually found out in situations we had kind of a lot in common with him, and it was overall amazing.
And he's from Texas, and so we're going to cook for him next time he came to Austin. So whenever that is, we can't wait to cook him the most delicious meal he's ever had in his life. That is a wrap for our New York trip. We've had lots of street meat.
Street meat.
Street food. We've had lots of street food.
We've had a great time here in New York. We had an amazing meeting with Ryan Serhant. I would say Silver Whisk definitely whisked it up in the NYC.
Yeah, but like all good things, they must come to an end. It was a short trip, and we cannot wait to get home to the CEO, our baby boy, little Ari. So, as much as we want to stay and play, we really want to go home. We got to get him right when he comes home from school. That's a wrap, NYC.